back in week 1. The Titans dominated their first matchup against the Jaguars. Can Jacksonville avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Play action now. Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Jayon Brown in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jeff Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 39, Watson flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Escaping the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dietrich Wise Jr. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khari Willis. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. The first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away. I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes. And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes.
That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Watson on 3rd down. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Just keeping the play alive. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 35. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Bridgewater on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So we reach halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear.
That is
by the
one
time we have to...
Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Titans.
Yeah, let's go.
Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Working with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Bridgewater now. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very. And now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Mike 3. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing football. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Watson. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Pick me up. Here we go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense. Oh, no.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 20. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Tennessee. Here's Gibson on the read option. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense.
They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, switch gears.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll try the air now with Watson.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Let's go.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. First down, Bridgewater. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
Nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Bridgewater again. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he is out of bounds here. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's it, baby.
I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.